hopefully you now realize that the core is more than just your abs, and hopefully you realize how important it is for everything we do in our daily lives. Hi, I'm Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and today I put together 6 really good core exercises for us guys over 50. And most people think of your core as your abs. Well, that's only partially true. Your core is really this whole area surrounding your lower back and your stomach area. So there's a bunch of muscles in your back, including your glutes, your ass. All right, it's everything, all the muscles that wrap around here that basically hold your upper body erect, all right, and keep everything in place. Keep your back straight, all right, keep you from hunching over, all right, things like that. So these six exercises are not just 6 ab exercises, all right? Got a lot of different kind of things going in there to strengthen muscles on our sides, in our back, and in our glutes. So the reason we got to pay attention to this, guys, I think this is more important to worry about our core as we get older. When you're younger, everything's just kind of naturally stronger and tighter, you know. Think how many of us, as we've gotten older, just turn around to say something and, oh, hurt your back, pull a muscle. You know, just doing simple things, bending over, all right, picking up the garbage, oh, hurt your back, right? Everybody gets hurt doing just crazy little things. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we just don't work on our core, and it just naturally gets weak over the decades. So 6 great exercises, and having a good core is important for so many things. First of all, it helps with our balance and our stability, okay? It helps with your golf game, with playing tennis. It helps if you're jogging, okay? It helps if you're climbing the stairs. It helps when you're carrying the groceries in. It helps when you're bending over to put your shoes on. It helps when you're getting in and out of the car. Just about everything revolves around your core. And when you're doing my Fit After 50 workouts, guess what? Your core is stabilizing your body. I don't care whether you're working your arms, your back, your shoulders, your chest, or your legs. Your core plays a pivotal role. So if you want to build muscle, upper body, lower body muscle, you will be more effective at building that muscle if you have a strong core. So 6 exercises, guys. Stick around because I've tried to put together some kind of unusual things that most of you guys probably have never seen before, and it makes it kind of more fun and exciting to do them. Real quick before I get to the exercises, guys, please check out our Facebook group. There's a link right below this video. Just click on it, join it. I'm the moderator, over 20,000 men. It's a blast. Very, very cool guys. Everybody enjoys the group. I promise it's free. Take advantage of free stuff. And then also help us spread the word about this YouTube channel that you're watching this on. Hit that little like button, all right? Share it with your buddies and subscribe, because Gary and I are cranking out videos every week. All right, so the first core exercise is something called a V-up. So guys, I'm not going to give you a prescribed number of reps or sets to do. I just want to show you these 6 exercises, and I recommend you guys try them all out. Some of you guys are going to love 3 or 4 of them, and you may hate one and might just not be able to do it. So pick the ones that you can do with good form and just crank out enough reps so that where you get, you know, kind of close to failure. You don't have to go to failure on abs. It's not like doing biceps or something like that. The main thing is volume. You need to do multiple sets of these things, and you can do them, you know, 2 or 3 times a week, all right? So V-up, first exercise is a V-up. So start in this position, all right? And I just want you to bring your knees up and bring your hands down, all right? And then you go back and try to do it without having your heels or your hands touch the ground. So kind of, I'm hovering my hands above the ground, and I'm hovering my heels above the ground, and I'm just crunching up and then going back down. So at the top, I'm creating a V. Coming up from a V up. Really good exercise, and guys, you're going to feel it in your lower abs. All right, so the second core exercise is something called a glute bridge. And remember, I was saying it's not just about your stomach, it's not just your abs, it's your glutes, it's your lower back, it's a lot of muscles in the back or the posterior of your body. And this is a real straightforward, simple one, guys. You get in this position, all right, feet flat on the ground, all right, back and butt is touching the ground. All I'm gonna do is just push up as far as I can go and hold it for a 2 count, and then come back down. And don't rest your butt on the ground when you come back down. Keep it elevated just a little bit, and then slowly come up. And you're gonna, when you're squeezing here, you're gonna feel it in your hamstrings and your butt, okay? Just a 2 count, and then slow back down, up, 1, 2, down, up, 1, 2, down, up, 1, 2, down. And when you go up, try to get all the way up, you know, don't just come halfway. As far as your body will let you go, you're gonna really feel, you're gonna feel tension in your lower back muscles, your glutes, and your hamstrings. So those are glute bridges. Just knock out as many as you can, all right? Give yourself a little rest, and then you can move on to the next exercise I'm gonna show you. All right, we gotta work our sides a little bit here. This will be probably the most difficult core exercise to master because it requires a lot of balance, and it's going to feel weird for the first few reps, but then you'll start to get the hang of it. All right, so just a little bit of practice, and I promise you'll be able to figure it out. So we're going to do a side plank with a rotation. All right, so we're going to do this on our elbow. Okay, so I'm just going to have my feet kind of on top of each other here. Got all my weight down here on my hips. All right, now I'm just going to straighten up. All right, now this is going to wear you out, but we're going to do a rotation. I'm going to put my hand here, and then I'm going to slowly rotate up, and then rotate back down, reach through underneath, and then rotate to the top. See, I'm keeping my hips off the ground here. They're not sagging. I'm trying to keep my body nice and straight, and I'm just rotating around this axis right here. So knock out a few on one side, catch your breath for a few seconds, switch over to the other side. I'll give you all a view from both sides here. Nice straight, up, reach through. Side planks, you'll love them. All right, so guys, those side planks can feel a little wobbly. So let me give you just a quick way to modify them to give you a little more balance, and they're still gonna be just as tough, all right? You're not really losing anything. So instead of putting your feet together like this, I want you to separate them. When you do it this way, you have a much wider base. So I have my feet separate like this, and I do the same thing. I just come back up and I create a straight core here. And now when I rotate, I have a much wider base at my feet, and it'll make it easier to keep your balance, and you still get just as much out of it. Okay, so the fourth exercise is a Russian twist. I like to stick my feet under something that kind of helps keep my feet planted. Some of you guys can pull this off without putting, you know, your feet under your couch or under some weights. I find it makes it a little easier to stay still. But basically, you're just going to get in this position, all right? Stay here, and we're just going to twist our torso from side to side. And if you want to, you can come over and touch, and then touch the ground. Some of you guys, to make it a little more difficult, you can hold a single dumbbell, like a 5 or 10 pound dumbbell in your hands, and you can just twist. So when you're doing these Russian twists, you're not just getting your frontal abs, but you're getting those obliques at the same time. And believe it or not, you're also working some muscles in your lower back. All right, so number 5, guys. Planks are a great exercise for your core because it gets your abs, your lower back, your glutes. But just doing a plain static plank where you're not doing anything gets so boring. I hate just looking at my clock and having to count out 30 seconds before I end. So I like doing planks with a little twist, all right? So these are planks with alternating leg lifts. really adds a little bit to it here, guys. So get in your plank position here on your elbows, and we're just going to lift one leg at a time. Get it up there as high as you can, and don't kick it up there. Kind of raise it nice and steady, and then lower it nice and steady. And guys, when you're doing this, you're not just working all the muscles in your abs and your lower back. Guess what else? You're going to feel it in your ass. Your glute muscles are really working every time you raise your leg. And those glute muscles are part of your core. All right, our sixth and final core exercise, guys, is called a bent knee wiper. These are really cool. All right, guys, arms out to your side. Knees bent, as in the name of the exercise. And now let's just wipe them from side to side like a windshield wiper. So I'm keeping my shoulders pinned to the ground, and I'm just feeling my torso twist from side to side. This feels actually good. You get a fantastic stretch on all the muscles in your lower back. A lot of you guys are gonna think this not only just works your abs, but you're gonna feel this nice stretch. It feels good on your back, especially after you've done some of those other core exercises. This is a great one to end up on. So guys, 6 completely different core exercises. Hopefully you now realize that the core is more than just your abs, and hopefully you realize how important it is for everything we do in our daily lives. I mean, the simple, most mundane things require on our core. And so guys, if you do these exercises on a regular basis, a lot of you all will actually feel improvement in your lower back. You guys with the lower back pain, a ton of guys will see improvement. Now, not just the first time, but over the course of weeks and months. I promise a lot of you guys are going to feel better, but you got to stick with it and never give up on yourself.